have to score a lot.
Yes, but he doesn't have to take a volume of shots to get those points. That's the
But
thing
it's
that
still,
y'all
like
miss.
like you said,
it's still
a double cheeseburger is better than a single cheeseburger. You said it.
That's facts.
It's
it
still
is
like
facts.
it's still possession by possession. If he get, even though that's basically 12 possessions where you got 2 points, and with the way the league is now, you got the other team that's made 25 threes this game. You lost.
Let me put it like this. You're a Steph fan, right? So the amount of shots that it takes Zion to get 24 points, we know Steph can just. It takes him 12 times to drive to the rack. We know Steph can just do that in 8 possessions.
Right.
So that means he could turn the ball over 4 times and he could still get that
match with you. Yeah.
And he can still match with him.
And that's the thing. That just the league right now. I'm not saying Zion's not good for that because can't nobody stop that dude. Yeah. Come on. We fell in love with Zion way before he even touched the NBA basketball floor. The man is unbelievable.
We know the analytics and stuff like when it comes to shooting from 3, but also Zion is pretty much a for show bucket, and we can't overlook that.
No,
we can't overlook. We can't overlook the fact that while they are shooting threes, if they come down and jack 2 and they miss 2, Zion come down and he pulled 2 and he hit 2.
Yeah,
that's a 4-point swing. So you can't undermine that aspect to it.
If you don't have an average night, you gonna lose.
Yeah,
it's not only about whether or not they bring a double. It's Zion being able to survey the field. If he got a defender on him that he got on his heels, he's got an explosive first step. So if he shoot hard to that left, you know what I'm saying?
He can improve.
To May, whoever decides the weak side help. People make business decisions on Zion all the time.
Here's the discrepancy. Here's the discrepancy, right? He's great, but me, Jay Bridges, and Cam, we all see like, okay, yes, he's scoring all these points, but the difference between him and Julius, you have to acknowledge, and it's a big difference whether people want to accept it or not, right?
Julius is just a better basketball player than Zion Williamson all across the board.
The problem is there's people who don't believe what you just said. Number one,
they don't understand
the game. Minority on that.
Yeah, us three, we're not in the normal. Like, I can go on live right now and go, Zion is not better than Julius Randle, and people will leave my live. Like, really? People don't.
OG, I have a TikTok of saying Julius Randle's better than Zion, and there are people in my comments disagreeing.
I've been called a monkey for
it. Yeah, like
I'll make a video.
Don't like that. And my thing is
I got 200,000 people that follow me. Right?
Does Zion have the
call me a monkey? If I said, it sounds different coming from me. If I make me a video and I said, look, I guarantee you we're gonna have that pendulum swinging, the band where you're gonna hear a lot of people more. Hey, I've been trying to give credit what credit is due, and Julius Randle deserves his credit this year. Look, he's playing outside of his mind through the regular season. Sure. We're gonna see what he does if he bounces back. Knicks play tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say this too, though,
because he had a bad game.
I said Julius Randle,
that's what leads me to believe that the Knicks might gentleman sweep them boys.
I said Julius Randle was better than Zion before the league even kicked off. And you will not, that's one of my most viewed. Remember when I was doing the things where I was like, do you want to see somebody better? That's one of my most viewed words. And people were saying, you're tripping. Julius Randle's garbage. I don't care if he's more skilled. Zion can score whenever he wants. And it's true shooting percentage. Next 5. Like, bro.
See, now you can use facts instead of probabilities to lean on that. You know what I'm saying? Because Julius Randle average. What,
Julius Randle still ain't never been a probability. He's just better.
Their gripe with Julius Randle is the first thing I hear about Julius Randle is true shooting percentage. I don't care.
Advanced analytical stats can be swayed.
That's the first thing I hear.
You don't worry about no true in comparison to Zion. You talking about
exactly in comparison to someone that doesn't shoot outside of 3 feet. You cannot talk to me about true shooting.
Yeah, and that's what they say every time.
No, that is an advanced analytical stat, like PER.
That
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it was crazy. I'm cool with true shooting as a stat, but true shooting is literally made for people who don't only score in the paint. Yeah, it's literally made for people like Bradley Beal, like Devin Booker, volume scorers. It's not made for niggas who just Slam a bam jam, nigga. It's not made for you.
Slam a bam jam. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. These cats done ran down here.
Where OG don't know about that. OG don't know about the Hezzy tween community. They don't know about the Hezzy tween splash community.
The Hezzy tween.
We got to introduce him to the Hezzy tween splash community.
Because just like in Kyrie Irving, you're automatically in.
Because those are the people that hate Julius Randle. I don't care about a Hezzy tween splash, huh?
What's the Hezzy? What we talking about?
The Hezzy tween splash are that's just when people will say that if you say anybody who is more skilled is better than someone who might put up more points. If I say perfect example. The first time I ever heard it was when we said AD is just probably, the best power forward to ever do it. Just teach us the best to do it. Hezzy tween splash. Bro, what are you talking about?
They say, I don't care if he can Hezzy go between his legs and shoot the ball. That doesn't make him any better. What?
What doesn't make sense? It doesn't make
sense.
This
is going over. I might be too old, man. This is going over my head. This is what y'all talking about, and this ratio shit. What is ratio? People be saying ratio. What is that?
That's when somebody says something stupid, and you put ratio under it, and people like you. The ratio comment you left more than the initial statement.
Okay. Well, I'm hip now. I be seeing it in my comments.
But the Hezzy tween, they be like, that is like. So let's just say, if I say Hakeem is better at basketball than Shaq, right? It's not a crazy statement. But somebody in replying to me,
especially because Hakeem bust his ass.
In reply to me, they go, I don't care about a Hezzy post shimmy shake. What do you mean you don't care? Like you just have to care about that, though.
Nah, that's when context, guys, has to be applied to a lot of these statements that y'all like to say. Y'all can't just jump out the window and be like, Lonzo Ball is better than Zion Williamson. I'm not buying that. Just because you believe he's more skilled than somebody, it doesn't mean that they're better than that person currently. That does not. Productivity is everything. We cannot undermine actually being productive. Like what you feel may happen, it's cool. But just because you feel that may happen doesn't mean it's happening. And Zion is happening.
Realistically, when we say those Lonzo Zion things, we know what we're gonna get back, but we also have we all have common sense here. Versatility is the separator between productivity. So if both are productive, the separator usually is
skill.
Or who's more versatile at basketball.
Right. But now that I can agree with. But when you got a man averaging twice the amount of points,
you can't make
obviously being more productive for his team, to say a statement like that is kind of off the wall. Now, if you want to say, I think Lonzo Ball is more skilled than Zion Williamson, but Zion is just so much dominant at that one thing that he does well, and he's doing it at a high clip, not like Russell Westbrook, who does it at 30-something% from the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I can, it's context. You're providing context. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I be saying. Like,
is better at basketball than Giannis, but ain't nobody.
Jordan Clarkson
is more skilled than Giannis, but ain't nobody putting them two in the same conversation. Well, better at basketball mean the same thing. Because I'm not taking it as the NBA. I'm taking it as just the game of basketball, like outside of everything committed. Like if we went to Rucker, who's gonna be better? And it's most likely who's gonna look better? Jordan Clarkson. He's gonna be able to do more to a lot of people.
But does that really mean that Jordan Clarkson is better than Zion at basketball? I don't think.
Well, that's just a very broad.
Can he do more on a lower scale? Hell yeah! But to say that Jordan Clarkson is better than Zion, so that's why you got to watch that word. Jordan Clarkson is not better than Zion at basketball. He's not. He's not more productive. Is he more skilled? Can he do more on a smaller scale? Yeah, he's better. A little bit better than you. I can shoot a little bit better than you. You're longer than me, so you're a better defender. I mean, I think he's. He's not better in the NBA. I don't think that means something though. That means something. You can't just say he's not better in the NBA. But I mean, if we took him outside to my backyard, then Clarkson will probably bust his ass. We can't say that.
No, because at the end of the day, basketball is still a sport.
There's no way.
Yes, but we are playing at the highest level.
We here, bro. We here.
And there's a reason why Jordan Clarkson ain't leading no team like Zion. Regardless of how y'all feel.
I mean, he would be leading the Pelicans
Okay.
if Zion wasn't there.
I think we can squash it here, right? I think better at basketball or more skilled. I just think it's. I thought you're just playing semantics at that point. It doesn't really matter. I feel like everyone knows what is trying to be said at the very least.
No, people don't. That's the problem. Like, you can get in the room with somebody and literally get that confused. That's why you have to add context. You can't just go on live and say a statement like that. There has to be context. Like if I wanted to say Julius Randle, if I say Julius Randle is more skilled than Giannis Antetokounmpo, how many people you think would agree with me or disagree with me if I was to say that?
A lot of people
here agree with you.
I think a lot of people would agree. I think a lot of people would, pretty much agree with the fact that Julius Randle is more skilled at basketball than Zion Williamson. Now, to go along and say Jordan Clarkson, who's a role player at the highest level of basketball that we play, 6th man of the year, role player at the highest level of basketball, versus Zion Williamson, who is a superstar at the highest level of basketball, plays the game better than Zion, is crazy to say. Now, to say that he might possess more talents on the court than Zion does not mean that what he does within the talents that he possesses is more of a powerful outcome than what Zion possesses, even though it's maybe at a lesser talent than that. It's just he does what he does 20 times better than what he does.
Let me be honest. Let me be honest here. The separator between
not Zion, I meant Giannis. When I said Zion,
the separator between Julius Randle and Giannis and Jordan Clarkson and Giannis, when you talk about Julius Randle and Giannis, it leans more towards Julius Randle's better. But because their production is closer in proximity, you go, okay, that's what we're talking about. But it's not my fault that I use the same. I tilt the goalpost just like you did, but I don't think about the production. That you saying that that's not how I should do it is not like somebody else saying that's not how I should do it is not my problem. Like I'm using skill just like you did. I'm just using someone who you feel like is like, whoa, they're not as productive, so I can't feel like I can say that. You can. Would I ever put Jordan Clarkson above anybody like Giannis? No. But if I was to say out of my mouth, Jordan Clarkson plays basketball better. Like he's more skilled at basketball. Sure. There's people that are more skilled than other people that I don't think are better. Like CJ McCollum is more skilled than a lot of people. He's a more skilled basketball player than like CJ than like Bradley Beal. Is he better?
That's back right. And that's back to what I said what we talked about earlier with Shaq and Hakeem. Or not even Hakeem, because that's a legit argument. Shaq and
you don't think CJ is more skilled than Bradley Beal?
Hell no.
You don't think so? Like he's like, I do. I think CJ McCollum has a way deeper bag. He can score more ways, more creatively. I think Bradley Beal's more of a kind of a get to his spot kind of guy.
That's tough, bro. I don't know.
But you see my point though. Like you see how.
No, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'm saying back to the Shaq and Tim Duncan thing I brought up. I think Shaq is a better player than Tim Duncan, but I think Tim Duncan I don't even want to say he's more accomplished than Shaq. That's a tough argument. We didn't use Tim Duncan, did we?
No.
We did. I did. I used Tim Duncan.
You did.
So let me ask y'all then. I don't know how much Tim Duncan y'all watched. I don't know how much Shaq y'all watched. I watched it all. I watched their whole career.
I watched more Tim Duncan and Shaq.
So you saying what?
I said I watched more Tim Duncan than Shaq. I'm 19.
Okay. So who do you think is better? Who would you take?
Ooh, right now, this moment?
That's tough, bro.
Like right now.
In their element.
Like in their time,
Shaq. Okay, of all time, who do you think is the better player? Shaq. You think Shaq is the better player, right?
I think.
That's a tough one, man.
Tough one.
Listen,
that is
Tim Duncan is more skilled than Shaq.
That's right.
Shaq had 2 moves: drop step and a hook. That's it.
You couldn't stop him.
Nobody stop it. So he didn't need an array of moves like David Robinson. he had an array of moves. But David Robinson wasn't messing with Shaq.
He wasn't.
Tim Duncan had an array of moves. He wasn't messing with Shaq. Karl Malone could give it to you however you wanted. He was literally, while Mike was still playing, I was going to school telling folks Karl Malone was my favorite player. I swear to God. While Mike was in the league.
In Chicago?
Yes.
Now you're a wild man.
You're a wild man.
That's how much. I messed with Karl Malone back then. And I'm talking about we going to war with these cats in the finals at this time. And I'm like, Karl Malone's the best player in the league.
Him or Shaq?
I was telling folks, bro, I don't know if y'all watch Karl Malone, bro.
Better than Jordan?
I was saying, bro.
No, he said he
liked him more. I was saying, look, Jordan was my favorite player, of course. And I'm always love Jordan. But at that time, in the moment, I was going to school and people was asking me who my favorite player was. I was telling them Karl Malone. And Jordan was in Chicago, and Jordan was in the league. That's how much I admired and wanted to be like him when I go outside and hoop. Go watch Karl. If you have not watched no Karl Malone, go watch Karl Malone. You want to talk about taking somebody out of that 25 years ago and put them in today's game? Oh my God.
We are Karl Malone because he's a freak.
Bro. Listen, outside of all of that. Outside of all of that.
So we don't work.
We talking about ball, bro. Karl Malone, anything inside of 22 feet. Anything inside of 22 feet was good, bro. Back to the basket. He had a handle. Karl Malone was a dog. On and off the court. He tried to pop Kobe wife. He wildin'.
He's a freak.
He's a freaky bastard.
He's a freaky bastard. And we Karl Malone K out here. He's a freaky bastard.
I definitely like my dad.
Look, before I knew about all that,
so
his game.
Yeah, he was nice though. Let's not get it messed up now.
He wasn't,
but we just don't care that he was nice because he's a freaky bitch. But anyway.
Hey, I feel you on that. But Karl Malone's my dog coming up, bro.
Okay. But back to the Tim factor. We got about like 25 to 30 minutes to get into our hot takes, boo-boo. Damn.
That's tough because like
in their element, I'd have to go Shaq because paint play was much more prevalent. So I'd have to go Shaq.
Yeah.
But holistically, if we take out their element and like when they played and the style of the game, just as basketball holistically, I might have to say Tim Duncan.
Today, yeah. If I had to choose between one or the other, I'm taking Tim Duncan in 2021.
Yeah.
But if they both in their primes, in their element, I'm taking Shaq. And that's back to your argument.
I feel like you would be stupid not to.
And that's back to your argument. Tim Duncan is more skilled than Shaq. He can shoot better. He probably more likely can defend better. He's more versatile offensively, way more array of moves. But we all sitting here saying we'll take Shaq.
Why? In that time frame, though.
Right. He was
but it's very specific to a time frame.
Yeah, but you can't use that in conjunction to Zion because it's 2021, not 1987.
Okay, but Zion is still 87. That's too far back.
Whenever
more like 97.
90. Shaq got drafted in the 90s.
92.
Shaq played Jordan in the 90s.
I just don't think that works because today Zion's style of play is just not.
But to be fair,
it's not conducive to what Steph Curry changed the game into. But the thing about it is that doesn't mean that he can't. That doesn't mean that he can't be successful in his league either.
No,
there's room for him to be successful.
Yeah,
but it's just up. It's up to Bi. It's up to Bi to take that spot and own it. Separate himself like Steph did with Clay. They went from Splash Brothers to Steph and Clay. We not
Zion and Brandon gonna go from Zion and Brandon to Brandon. You stay up, big dog. I gotta go.
It's either they gonna but my thing is if they gonna stay together, Brandon has to separate himself. Like I say,
he has to become the best player on the floor.
That's what I'm saying. In 2014, it was Splash Brothers. 2015, it was Steph and Clay. Yeah. Steph and the Warriors. Like he separated himself from that. We not on the same level, dog. I'm here. You here.
Brandon
You know
has to
you
do that to
Batman.
Zion. But there's the problem
in order
is there people that think Zion has to do that to Brandon. It's like, no way. Like that.
What if
It
he
could
wake
happen.
up one day? That's what I'm saying. What if he wake up one day, he start flagging that thing? He taking cats off the dribble. They can't deal with him. Next thing you know,
he would just be one of the. I don't think. Okay, let's just make this clear, just in case.
We ain't putting Zion in the same light as Ben Simmons. We
Zion
think he can do better.
Ben Simmons by any means. He ain't Cameron Payne. He ain't Grant Williams. He ain't Samuel Elijah. He ain't Felicio. He ain't none of them.
I hope he not.
I even go as far to say. I don't see him being Giannis in the next 4 years. I see him working on what he needs to work on and getting it like that. Like he gets it. Like I think he'll do it. I don't see why.
I feel like the issue. This goes into a somewhat different discussion. The issue was what's going on in New Orleans. It's kind of the same thing as kind of leading with the Bucks. Well, it changed with the Bucks since they got Jrue Holiday. When you put Giannis in that system and it's like, just do you, all of a sudden it's more difficult to get in a winning state because Giannis is a 2-time MVP. And now all of a sudden he's just off the ball. He's a center. Yeah. I feel like Zion being that young with Lonzo going, the issue with BI too, him being the best player on that team, which for whether we like it or not, is going to be for a long time, is not going to be conducive to him. I don't think he's going to even try to get better.
Yeah, it'll put him in a state of like, well, do I need to do this? Because I did all this without doing it.
Like what?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
If
and Giannis kind of suffered from that. He suffered.
Yes,
we see it
exactly.
We see
especially
it.
with Lonzo going.
It got so bad.
Lonzo not going to be there. I don't like it.
Yeah, Shaq was just Big Max. He was like, I don't even feel like I need
Big
to.
Mac. You can't stop me from getting.
That's how I feel.
It wasn't even that with Shaq. The thing with Shaq was he treated the NBA like a business. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's thinking, why would I take care of myself to play basketball for y'all when I could just do it on y'all time when y'all start paying me?
Yeah, he said he didn't care.
That's his mindset.
Championships until Kareem was like, you can't be considered good at all if you don't do this here. He said at first he didn't really care. He was just like,
he was just trying to dominate.
I'm that.
Yeah. Right.
But, you know, and so I get what he didn't care.
He was right. And I think
the
whole time to this day, I don't care what nobody say. I think some of these boys was taking steroids. I think some of these boys was on some type of human growth hormone. I think LeBron was on it. I wouldn't put it past Mike to be on it. I think I think for damn sure Shaq was doing it. When was the last time? Hold on, hear me out. Y'all recording?
Where did this go?
Y'all recording?
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna keep going.
Hey, it's a REC. I'm ready.
Hold on. When was the last time somebody got popped in the NBA for steroids? Can y'all name somebody that ever got?
Oh yeah,
yeah. They popped 2 guys last year.
Mm-hmm. It was Ayton last season.
Last year they popped Ayton and they popped one other cat.
Dude from the Timberwolves? I feel like it was dude from the Timberwolves.
Malik Beasley just tried to kill somebody this year.
It was a star. It was a star. They popped 2 cats last year.
John Collins.
John Collins. That's who they popped.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
before that. Yeah. Before, that's what nobody knows. Before that, you're gonna have to literally do some research to try to who got popped for steroids. The NBA keeps that shit under wraps, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at how big Shaq got from 96 to 97. And look at his frame from 98 to 99. And from 99 to 2000 when he blew up and had the best year of his career, the most minutes of his career, all of that. Look at LeBron in Miami. Look at LeBron when he went back to Cleveland. Look at him right now. Look at the difference in his frame. You cannot tell me. And then y'all heard about that stuff that happened in Miami where that laboratory got popped with them names, initials LBJ and DW. And the initials RP
I remember that
was on the paper. Was an old girl in there was snitching. She was running her mouth. Oh, some dude came in here initials RP, Rich Paul. Checked out the anabolic steroids, the human growth hormone, woo. And we heard him talking over the phone about she was running her mouth, snitching, telling everything. LeBron, D-Wade, what's
gone?
Yeah, Cronian.
What's the symptoms? What's the symptoms of human growth hormone? Y'all ready? Hair loss. Hair loss. Y'all ready? Cramps. What happened to LeBron in San Antonio?
He definitely had to get picked up off the floor.
Wasn't it like 20,000 other people in that arena too? And like 30 other people playing basketball and nobody else got cramps? Only LeBron?
And I ain't gonna lie, LeBron be getting a lot of cramps. Like LeBron.
And did he that's one of the That's one of the symptoms of human growth hormone. Fat face is another symptom. LeBron had a very
big too. Barry Bonds. His head got big as hell.
LeBron face got fat as hell in Miami. D-Wade, naturally fat face, fat as hell in Miami. That stint with LeBron and them. Bro, it's just the difference in the frames of these guys. J.R. Smith went on record and said LeBron James was like 280 in Miami. 280. And he's listed at like 240 right now.
So you think he off the hormones?
Yes. I don't think he's doing it right now.
Whoa, then he's still not human. All right, so we're good.
Facts. Listen, I endorse it as a matter of fact because I want to see gladiators. I don't give a damn. Bro, they need to make the shit legal. Let all these dudes, if they want to do HGH, whatever. Bro, I want to see the strongest. It's the reason why I don't walk to your local. It's the reason why. Hold on, hear me out. It's the reason why I don't walk to the. It's the reason why I don't walk to the local LA Fitness and watch them bums hoop. I watch them on the TV because I want to see the biggest, strongest, quickest, fastest guys. Go at it. That's what we pay. I don't care. I don't care, bro.
This nigga was putting the NBA on blast.
Bro, I'm telling you.
You might not be right,
wrong. Shaq, you don't.
I think the biggest example.
Shaq was 325. 2000 and in 98, the man was like 280. Look at Shaq with the Magic, his later years with the Magic, and look at his prime, quote unquote, with the Lakers. Like, bro.
I think the biggest example, like the most where people can make it prevalent, because LeBron is looked at as superhuman from the get-go, So
LeBron's not human.
Like from high school, he was looked at as like the superhuman. I think the person that you can see it in the most because it changed the most about him has to be Giannis.
Oh, Giannis too. LeBron.
Giannis gained like 70 pounds in a year.
I'm gonna find this picture.
His head got this big.
They showed LeBron. Yeah, that's true. But it's a picture on the internet of LeBron when he was with Cleveland.
Man-made?
It was a bro. Yao Ming was man-made on God.
Oh, so you can't tell me? Hey, no. If you think that, you don't believe in Wilt Chamberlain. I caught you on camera. That's it.
No. Check it out. You know how Yao Ming
is actually like he's dead ass about Yao Ming. That's actually true.
Like, hear me out.
Right. So you can't. So if I say that about Wilt is still, I'm not wrong.
No, what you say about Wilt is speculation and your belief. What I'm saying about Yao was man-made, bro. They brought the two most athletic people in China, made them have sex, and created Yao Ming, bro.
So what you saying? My mind is no.
How many Chinese dominant hoopers
might got some prequels to it? We might.
Hold on, but
I'm telling you, these ain't conspiracy theories. These is facts, man.
Let's use our context clues here now. Let's use our context clues because you talk about Yao Ming, and realistically, all he was really tall and learned how to play basketball, right? No. Listen. In comparison to who I'm about to say, to the person that's not really real out here.
Yao Ming has some of the best footwork of all time.
But that's learning how to play basketball. That's not something. No, that's not athletic. But you got to learn it.
Wait. No. I'm a low-key going on OG side with this one. Because think about this. You already know what I'm about to say. We already had this conversation. Yao Ming is Chinese. Wilt was supposedly black, so it makes sense.
Right.
No, but you gotta hear me though. You gotta hear me. You gotta hear me.
How many Chinese folks came at the Wilt? I mean, at the yeah.
But this Wilt individual, his caps exceed those of humans: black, white, green, purple, blue, yellow.
So he might have been OG. OG might be right.
He was an exception.
Let me ask you this question.
So OG is right. He was on the human
world.
No.
Let me ask him.
Listen, on anything. He was a figment of our imagination.
So hey, OG, you said, like you just said, who after Yao Ming came like that? No, nobody, right?
Nobody.
So, please pause. All right.
Yeah, that was big pause. Damn, that just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Let me ask you, what 7'2" person that could jump 52 inches in the air, bench 600 pounds, and run a 4.4 flat ever came to existence?
You just said the Incredible Hulk, Cameron. We can't keep saying that. That's the Incredible Hulk, Cameron.
Listen.
Why would he choose to play a minuscule? Why would he choose to play a peasantry game, a basketball, when he could have been ending civil rights single-handedly? He could have been.
How many 6'8", 280-pound freight trains have we seen in our lifetime?
Zion.
They don't run a 4.4.
He's 6'6".
Stop.
And he's nowhere near as fat.
But he's 6'8" with his ugly shoes on.
Okay, Dwight Howard's 7 feet with his shoes on, and he about just as athletic as Wilt Chamberlain.
No, he's not.
Dwight Howard.
What I know.
So you telling me Dwight
Howard has never ran a 4-something-40 a day in his life?
We're gonna have to look up the Dwight 40.
So you think Dwight Howard can run a 4.4 flat and jump 52 inches?
He can definitely jump out the gym.
He can jump 52 inches, bro. I think Zion got a 40. I think Zion. I mean,
but you have to think about.
I think Dwight might.
You have to think about how vert is calculated. Vert isn't calculated like outside of your height.
He benches
with your height. So
52-inch
vert for him actually makes sense.
He benches 600 pounds with that frame.
This man was lifting grown adults in parks just to do it
while having sex with 20,000 women.
Benching 600 pounds ain't like an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? Like
up people that were
his frame, bro.
That's somebody built like Giannis benching 600 pounds.
I wouldn't be surprised if Giannis benched 400.
Well, that he's built to bench that. Look at his frame.
But some people just got that. You ain't never met that retarded kid in the school that, bro. I went to school. Look. I went to school with a cat. We used to call him Radio. We used to call him Radio. Hey, yo, off the movie. We used to call him Radio. My man's bench like 280. He was about 5'6", $185.
Cap.
He benched 280.
Bro, he said I'm calling Cap.
Bro, if I wasn't on my phone, I'd call somebody right now, put him on speakerphone, watch this shit. The man benched like 280. And because we told him it was something else. But because he got that retard strength, bro, he put it up. Bro, I'm telling you what it is. Wilt Chamberlain.
I keep saying that.
Listen, hey, we got edit board. We can cut this out.
Hey, Liam,
we are.
I'm keeping it a bean on this podcast.
We're not cutting this out.
Hey, I'm keeping it a bean. Look, straight up. Wilt Chamberlain was just a rare breed.
So
to run
wait. So are you trying to tell me
what special education?
Wilt Chamberlain was a rare exception to society, bro. The things that he did was unheard of, but his witnesses to identify this. And I don't think nobody would gain anything from lying about Wilt Chamberlain. That's why.
You know what you can plug in.
It's not
like
that
exact paragraph with that exact excerpt you used. You know who you can also plug that in with?
Who?
Godzilla. You can say that same thing. Right. He was an exception to society.
Has anybody ever physically seen Godzilla?
Somebody seen
apparently. Like, hey,
you said somebody seen. Listen, somebody's seen Bigfoot, but I could go pull up some film of Wilt Chamberlain playing basketball, running, jumping.
Cap.
I don't. Every time I see a link, it's always 9 people on the court. I don't understand what people ask me.
You talking about Bill Russell's best friend?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know who Wilt is.
Or 13.
So y'all all on this? I don't know Will shit. Y'all all on that? Y'all in this together?
You talking about?
And here's another thing. Here's the icing on the
God
cake.
of War.
A man. Real talk. A man who had sexual relations with 20,000 women. Wow. Listen to me when I say this. He has no other job. He's not doing anything. You know how much sex you've got to have. Yeah. You're not playing basketball. You're not doing anything.
Oh, not great. Break up the math. That ain't
work. We finna calculate,
bro. You gotta calculate the math within an X amount of years span. If the man been having sex since however long until however long,
and this person claims he's been having sex since 7 years old.
OG, we've all done the wicked business around here. We've all done the wicked.
Okay. So listen.
Come on.
So listen. In a year's time, and in 1 year, he would have to have sex with 54 women a day.
You don't have nothing else to do. Like, you don't have nothing else to do.
Listen to this.
Listen, 1 year.
Listen, OG. 1, there was segregation. 2, the fastest car wasn't moving past 80 miles per hour. 3, we both know when that happens, you gotta lay in bed for like 15 minutes. You gotta charge.
You gotta re-up.
Hey,
and if he's doing 54 a day, he's slamming and he's running outside.
Okay, so what math did you use for 54 a day? How many years?
No, that's in a year's time. That's if it in a year he'd have to do 54. But if you want to go back to let's say 3 years. I'll say 3 years. Actually, let's do 10 since he's an old man. Let's do 10 years.
54 women a day? That's bad math. There's no way you go play basketball after that.
That's bad math.
Kids, OG.
How do you have the energy? Because respectfully, I'll be trying to go to sleep. How do you have the energy to play a full game of basketball? And he never got out the game. He played 48 minutes a night. That's ridiculous. That's what they say.
And when he's with this woman, he ain't going just one round.
Look, and you're not factoring in, it may be, 6, 7 women at one time.
Magic was
what?
That's way too much.
Magic was doing having parties like that.
And supposedly this Wilt individual never caught anything.
But he had a heart disease.
He never caught nothing. He's never been on record, supposedly, with any disease that was sexually transmittable.
In 10 years time, it would still have to be 5 women a day, 5.4 women a day.
So that's just 10 years. Wilt Chamberlain said he was having sex 7 when he died. He died in his 50s.
Everything starts to sound like a lie. Okay, come on.
Okay, man. You know what? Let's do his whole lifespan in 50 years. How much women in 50 years?
That's ridiculous.
I don't think it's unfeasible to say it though. I mean, it may sound ridiculous when you break it down to a short span. Before a man that
women,
he's a focal.
You live in that lifestyle. If you live in that lifestyle and you messing with 3, 4, 5 women in a day, whatever.
You gotta go to sleep at some point.
Okay, well,
listen. And respectfully, he was
practice.
Respectfully, he wasn't a 10 on the board. Respectfully,
it don't matter when you got that guap, bro.
Once you get past 8,
when did they say he started? When did they say he started?
We trying to say
7 years of age.
Okay, let's do. Okay, let's see when he actually died.
Apparently,
when did Wilt Chamberlain die?
Let's see what age he
actually
never
died. Was here, so I don't know. You'd have to answer that question.
So legend says. So the character was first introduced in 1936, and then his series was canceled in 1999. Jay.
Series.
How old was he when his series got canceled?
63.
63.
63.
Okay, and
You know
he
when he
started
was
at
having sex in
17.
his 60s.
So the
He
rise.
started
let's
at
say-
17, right?
So let's say he started at 13.
7. That's what he said. 7.
Okay, but
Seven?
let's use 13. Let's say he
Okay,
started
okay.
at 13. So from
Okay,
13
63.
to 63
that's 50 years
is
regardless.
50 years.
Yeah. Okay, so 50 years, 20,000 women, 50 years, roughly one a day.
Right.
But I
To
don't think now that's
To
tilting
say
it.
that's not feasible. So that means right there, he probably wasn't having sex every day. He's probably messing with 2-3 women every other day, whatever. Ooh.
That's AIDS. You know.
But when he was saying these things, this wasn't at quote unquote. When he was saying these things, this wasn't at the end of his life. No, he was saying
Right,
he had
but-
sex with women in his prime, like he was
They're in
young.
his prime. That's what I'm
He
saying.
was
So
young.
if it's less than one a day for 50 years, when we giving them, he said 7 years old, so we giving them 6 years.
No, but he's saying when this was said about him, he wasn't 63.
When this, he
Right.
wasn't nowhere close. He was like
So he
But
had
the
already
robot-
touched 20,000 in like 30 years.
not even 30.
23.
Nah, it wasn't like that. He
Not
wrote
even
that book.
30.
He wrote that book when he was retired.
But those things were said before that book,
Them things
way
didn't come
before that.
out. No, they found out about it from the book.
OG.
No.
So at
This is what I read on the fake individual. He had a wife at the time. He used to say that all the time. Like when out, his wife would be right there, and he would be telling the stories. This is from her. This is what she said supposedly, and she would look at him and be like, she would say it. I don't know why he used to lie like that. Like I don't know. She'd be like, she said it was a lie because of who he was. But he was telling people he had sex with over 17,000 women.
That's probably a
young
fabricated. That's probably a fabricated number.
And then she said he just kept upping the number, but like every time he told it, like he just kept.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
you could do that with a bench press.
But my thing is,
I
you
bench
can't
225.
you can fabricate that. But the thing about it is,
I bench
Arnold
250.
Arnold Schwarzenegger verified it in the gym with him that he
I bench
saw the man
350.
lift. Let somebody else speak that for you. Arnold said, as a bodybuilder, said, I watched this man 600 pounds. I watched it.
Arnold also
Nothing to
said
gain
he wasn't
from
taking
telling
steroids. He also said he wasn't taking steroids for 30 years and
But
was.
he has things to gain from that. He has nothing to gain from saying Wilt bent 600 pounds. He
Well,
has
explain
nothing
this
to
to me.
gain from that.
Why did Bill Russell lie on this supposed game that he was at? He ain't got nothing to lie for.
Because he probably hit his line and told him, look,
OG,
I
I'm about
dropped
to get.
50.
You said
OG,
they hit his
I'm about to get
pager.
some.
They didn't even
OG,
have
I'm about to
those.
get somebody that I know to confirm. All right. A flight.
Here-
I bench 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. All I'm gonna say is, with this fake individual, how many of these embellishment, lies, and BS is gonna stack until we realize he was a being from an extraterrestrial area and he just wasn't real? Then they sent us a 7-foot black man to speak for him. That's not the same person. The person that you all see on these things that we can't see was never here.
Look, I'm done, man. I can't
He was
convince
never
y'all,
here.
man. Look, Wilt Chamberlain never existed. He was never
Never.
here. According
Nope.
to y'all three, Wilt Chamberlain doesn't exist. Look, I believe
And Superman.
And Bigfoot and
I
shit.
got
Loch
a
Ness Monster
tattoo
thing.
right here. Look, I believe. Look, you believe in what you believe in. I've
Jesus.
seen it. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, I believe in that too. God, all
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, you do
You know what I'm
believe
saying?
in Wilt. That makes sense.
I believe. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, y'all, if y'all want to believe that Wilt Chamberlain is a figment of our imagination, then let it be that. But this is basketball. It's documented, and I don't think people have an excuse to lie about it.
My personal thing is always this, and no one has ever had an argument to refute this. If this person was real, we should all really, really dislike him to the core because he did us a disservice by not being a superhero for our community and the world. He did us a disservice. He decided to play basketball. That's a disservice to us.
And then
Our world could have been a much more peaceful place if this person who claimed to existed used his powers for the greater good.
Also,
all Wilt Chamberlain can
do, eugenics would have just ramped back up.
Listen, all Wilt Chamberlain could do was run fast, jump high. That's it.
Nope, he can lift, and he used 800 pounds.
Yeah, he was strong. He could run fast. Like he was a genetic freak. Nah, a superhero.
The Hulk. That's all the Hulk does. Except he just turns
Arnold
green.
Schwarzenegger could bench 600. That don't mean he should.
But he couldn't run fast and jump high, and also be an Amazonian.
He wasn't a track star.
He was, but
Wilt Chamberlain just so happened to be a freak of nature.
So you know who can run fast, jump high, and has crazy strength? The Incredible Hulk. And you know what he did? He used his powers for the greater good.
So basically,
what are we saying? Zion Williamson ain't that?
No, because
Zion Williamson.
He can't run a.
Zion Williamson is strong as an ox.
He can't run a 4.4.
He
can't run a 4.4.
Zion probably run a.
Will
probably run a 4.8.
Tyreek Hill.
He would.
Nah.
And look,
Tyreek run a 4.2 easy.
And he's also not Amazonian. He's also undersized. So the undersized portion of his height is what makes him normal. It's like, okay, boom, you got your pros and your cons. You've got your human factor.
You know who
Aaron Donald is? Built like KD running.
Yeah, you know where his. I knew you was gonna say this. You know what his human factor is? He's fast, but he's not the fastest.
Ran 4.3.
But there's someone who can break the mold. There's a Tyreek Hill out there. There's no one that looked like Wilt and was built like Wilt. And at the time, apparently, there was no one doing anything faster, stronger, or higher than him. Nobody.
That's false because he ran track and he wasn't the fastest man in the world.
You want to find where they say
the fastest 7-footer?
You want me to find where wasn't nobody faster than dog? Because I'll find it.
I don't think Wilt Chamberlain was the fastest man in the world at the time.
Because let's get into these hot takes though, for real. We doing playoff ones.
This has been the best episode. This one was hilarious.
We're gonna do playoff ones. So you gotta have a hot take on someone in the playoffs, a team in the playoffs, or something that could revolve around playoff basketball.
I gave y'all mine.
You can say Kyrie Irving's better than a lot of people. We're gonna accept.
I gave y'all mine last time.
Just say something about Kyrie Irving.
Oh, what was it?
What is it about playoff basketball?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What did you say?
You don't remember what I told y'all last time?
You was on the episode after the deadline.
I know. And I said the Clippers gonna get put out in the first round.
Oh, and yeah,
that's right.
They're just playing the white demon right now. So,
hey, I do have to say something, but we ain't gonna get too much into it. OG, you don't even got to answer it right now. You can take this clip and answer on your TikTok as content. Hey, let me talk to you. Can we rap?
I see you still my laugh.
What? Where is that win under Indy? Where is that win under any circumstance, Jimmy? That everybody gonna pick to be on their team because it ain't prevalent.
I bring up the clip that she gets to thinking about Paul George. Look, man, Jimmy Butler, real year actually. This is some of the best Jimmy Butler we've seen of all time, like his whole career. This is the best year of his career. Man, Jimmy Butler showed his ass, he played his ass this year.
I think Sixers Jimmy was a little better, but I get what you mean.
Sixers Jimmy was averaging 18 a game, 19 a game. They had 5 or 6 guys.
Jimmy, he averaged 24.
Oh, then that's what I mean.
Right. Okay. But I think Jimmy had a career year all across the board this year. His numbers is all up from his whole career.
Except
but he's starting off cold in these playoffs, but he still got some time. What they 0-2, they dropped today. So they dropped today, didn't they?
They dropped yesterday and they got blown out.
Here's the thing.
So OG, he
cold.
Hashtag.
He's playing terrible right now.
Because I'm gonna say Paul George is cold. 20 or Paul George level bad is cold. 2 for 10, 7 for 18, but you had 20 points. Jimmy Butler is playing awful. He's playing like he don't know what he's doing out there. He's shooting 20% from the field, from the three.
He's playing terrible. He's playing terrible. And if he don't get it together like yesterday, they mess around and get swept. They 0-2, ain't they?
He does it again. I don't ever want to hear Paul George doesn't perform in the playoffs because at least Paul George keeps it to 1 or 2 games per series. If Jimmy Butler goes 3 games in a row, awful, I'm not trying to hear it.
Funny fact, you gotta reevaluate that one here because Jimmy Butler just coming from the NBA Finals.
And I hear
somewhere Paul George has never been. So you can't say 2 or 3 playoff games. We're gonna throw all of that he did last year out the window.
Cool, but I don't know.
Forget that Paul George is known for choking in the playoffs, putting up 5 points and elimination games and stuff like that.
I don't ever want to hear Pandemic P fall out of the mouth of anybody who's not going to give that same energy. I don't want to hear
Okay, well, I agree that Jimmy Butler deserves some flack, but we can't just sit up here and throw everything he did out the window. Last year.
He still gets his flowers, but
he needs them.
I don't want to see us giving excuses. I don't want to see it.
I mean, but honestly though, with better talent, with better talent, can Paul George at least match what Jimmy did? Like, can we get that before we start saying we should be down talking Jimmy? But can we get some type of that effort from Paul George? Like, he's got a way better team.
Paul George's worst year, which was last year, being used as a pin down guy, is just as good as Jimmy's best year.
Yeah,
you can look at the
playoffs or not, but I get it. We can say that we are allowed to give Jimmy some credit. But these people who make fun of Paul George as if it's a living, and then they giving excuses to Jimmy, I will block you. I will because that's whack.
Last year,
super whack.
Last year, Jimmy Butler did some things that nobody saw coming. It's like when people expect something as the norm or what should happen and it doesn't happen, you get more discredit for somebody doing something that wasn't supposed to happen and it don't happen.
But Jimmy's in the same boat now. He's supposed to do it. So
look,
and he's not doing it.
I don't know how familiar y'all are with battle rap. Murder Mook said he could say something okayish and it sounds 10 times better because he's going against the greatest. Example. Remember when AI crossed Jordan out of sneakers? Everybody went crazy because no one knew he had a weakness. And that, what he say? With that one move, AI got his fame, but they forgot Jordan had 35 and still won that game. Everything he said applies to what we talking about. That was hard.
That was the crazier part is you recited it word for word. But here's the part.
That's one of my skills. That's one of my abilities. I can recite lyrics. But the thing about it is nobody expected.
That's one of my abilities.
That's one of my abilities, bro. I got special abilities, and that's one of them. Reciting lyrics. Reciting lyrics is one of my special abilities.
So he got some of Wilt DNA.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was born with a little bit of that. But check it out. Jimmy Butler was not expected to do what he did last year. So it's gonna get overhyped even more because it's not expected. Mm-hmm. These boys in LA was expected to be fighting for titles and they got put out by the Denver Nuggets. So you're going to get more flack for that than Jimmy doing. If Jimmy was to get put out, nobody wouldn't have said
that was last year.
No,
but everybody
this season now?
This season, Jimmy's expected to do it. And he's not. So he needs to get the same because Paul George the same thing.
Yeah, but
we expected him to win.
Listen, if we gonna hold Jimmy,
that's what I'm saying. It would be different if it was the same situation where we don't think Jimmy's gonna go nowhere. Boy, they expect Jimmy.
He's got expectations now because of what he accomplished last season. So
he's way shorter than Paul George right now. Way.
Yeah. He playing doo-doo. I ain't gonna lie, he's Gabricio.
They sent Paul George into a deep depression.
You let
everybody. That's because Paul George be too worried about it, more worried about his lining than trying to see what's popping in these playoffs.
That braid pattern is garbage. But look,
yes,
you let Super Jimmer Fredette outscore you at any moment. Come on, dog. I'm talking about Duncan Robinson.
Oh, I'm finna say because
Duncan Robinson at 27. Damn near outscored him in the second game. Come on, man. That's Super Jimmer.
He posted a video. He posted a video on TikTok. I didn't even know Jimmy for that had a TikTok. I commented on that joint and said, "You're Gabricio." I hope he's seen it. I swear to God. And I hope he's seen it. I can't look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes I be forgetting who I am on this app because I just be swiping, just enjoying myself. I comment on certain shit. I come back 2-3 days later, it's 2,000 likes, 500 comments under my comment. OG, you wildin', called in 4K.
I've seen you in 4K.
Oh, trust me.
You're at 4K.
Hey,
bro, I can't. Like, bro, I can't do nothing on this app.
Trust me now.
Let me put you on to something. It's called a burner account.
I think it might be. I think it might be time.
Hey, get
like,
damn. Listen to me, dog.
Hey, get the beast.
I didn't been scrolling on that TikTok app and then seen a woman of age looking kind of with the eyes. I come back there like, oh my boy, let me go ahead and delete that. You know what I'm saying? Because they was on me. Bro, they calling me Simp 4K. You thirsty? Here's the water. My boy.
Bro, I commented on Addison Rae's video.
Bro. Oh, you was.
Wait. No. I might be mistaken. Did this motherfucker say nice moves? I swear he commented like, "Oh, nice moves."
No, not me.
No, that was Coach.
Look. All I said was literally AYYYE. That was my comment. AYYYE. A.
Oh, A.
That's all I said. Called in 4K. I hope you talking about her mom, bro. She young.
I hope you talking about her mom. Oh, that's vile.
Like, bro, you better be looking at her mom.
19. I ain't gonna lie, big dog.
She's 20. You know, I did the research, but you feel me? Hey, I say, hey, that's it. Hey, you dig? Like AYYE. Like, bro, it's time for the burner. I need to be able to hit that button at the top and click my burner account, and I'm finna be swipey. Like, anytime I comment under my account, bro, it never goes unnoticed, and I be forgetting. Like, damn, you can't just be commenting on shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I done got caught in a live.
It's crazy, bro.
Of a girl who was from where I'm from, that's like close to me.
Yeah,
trying to do my thing, and somebody called me, boy. It was like, they gonna say, funny fat boy. Is that you? Ooh.
Hey Cam, this is big wig talk. We just big wig talk. Hey man, I don't need a burner. I can do my,
I envy y'all because y'all can get on your Grizzly, no John Morant, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Another job.
And I could damn near send eyes under the wrong thing and get canceled.
Bro, emoji. I ain't even gotta say words.
I'm foreign with it, bro.
All right, but Jay Bridges, let's get a playoff hot take so we can get up out of here. This was fun though.
Oh.
How much we gotta pay OG to be a regular? How much bread does he need?
I'm expensive.
Okay, look. All right, look. I got one. Sorry.
Damn, boy.
Excuse me.
You good?
Yeah.
Well, that neck bone get to him, man.
Oh. Donovan Mitchell could play the next 6 games, Grizzlies in 6.
I like it. I'll feed off that. John Morant gonna outperform Donovan Mitchell this series.
I don't know about that.
Bro, come on, y'all gonna take.
I don't know about that.
Y'all gonna take the weak route. That's just the weak route. How y'all picking on the most fraudulent team in the past 10 years? The Utah Jazz.
No.
They are so fraudulent.
You know what's
this
crazy?
team is a fraud.
The Jazz is more fraud than the 2015 Hawks. I don't know about that.
People think
was that 2015?
Yeah, when they was number 1, them boys was fraud.
When I said 10 years, that's the team I thought about. I swear to God.
I'm
hoping that Atlanta team was
no.
within the realm of what I'm talking about. That's the first team I thought about.
I've been,
We got his own 16
on an everyday basis. I talk to a lot of basketball people. Thinking the Grizzlies is gonna win is a bad take.
That's how
it's bad. People don't agree.
Yeah, because it's not consensus. It's because it's not. Listen, people like numbers and what they see. They like to believe what they see versus the context behind what you see.
I completely agree.
We just gonna take it for face value. Utah Jazz is the number one team in the league, number one seed, best defensive team in the league. All this old Jazz.
Then they got Rudy. Shut up.
They're frauds.
I don't use the term fraud, but I did catch them. I caught them because that team
is Gabricio.
Is a that team
Real
is
talk.
That team is a Jordan Clarkson off a perk, different from last season.
Yeah,
Bro,
they're not any.
You want to know how I know that team garbage? Why is Donovan Mitchell not a top 5 MVP candidate?
That is true.
Oh, that's because no one likes Utah.
No, that's because the Utah Jazz is Gabricio. If this was anybody else in the league, locking the number one seed, best defense in the league, running away with the number one, best record in the NBA.
But he's not even top 5 in his position.
Bro, but the thing is, you don't have to have that. The thing is, they're begging for somebody in that position to say, I'm the MVP. Like, if Donovan Mitchell had a moment like he had in the bubble last year, in like a 6-game stretch during the season, they would have probably just put him in the top 5 just off the string.
I think that's
it's an indictment on Donovan. I don't think so, because Karl Malone got one. It's an indictment on
I think the fraud thing is kind of right. They knew. I think everybody in the league knew, like, Utah being number one means probably as much of nothing to anybody. Like, nobody, like.
That's because they had everything in line. Everything was in line.
Boo.
Like, everything was in line. They couldn't give it to Joker, boring ass. He boring as hell. But they couldn't give it to him. So, I mean, he a dog, but let's face it, he's not entertaining to watch.
All right, so since you said that was an easy cop out, I think Portland beats Denver. I think it goes to 7 and Portland wins in 7 in a amazing basketball game.
That's tough as hell because Portland defense is astronomically bad.
Just because you tested me. It's a cop out. It's a sweep. We're season 4. Get him out.
Wow. Now that's different.
Get him out.
I can't agree with that.
What you say, Scooby?
This man is ridiculous. Since it's a cop out, we're season 4.
That's a hot take. Hot man.
I'm gonna make a hot take with Jay Bridges. The man's just not human. LeBron doesn't go past 5 games this year. He just don't.
He gets everybody out the way.
Everybody out in 5. Come on.
I mean, basically did that last season, but Jimmy Butler just had the best game of his career.
Damn. So everybody go in 5.
Everybody out in 5. Like,
aren't they playing right now?
In the finals?
I love Kyrie in the Nets, but 5 for LeBron.
Oh, you think? Oh, yeah.
Good.
That's crazy.
Way too good.
Listen, let me tell you something you already know.
He does not go to 7 games.
Let me tell you something you already know. Basketball is a very simple sport. Sometimes people like to make it harder than what it really is, but it's very simple. I just watched today. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden are on the same team.
Yeah,
they play together.
LeBron is just not human, and Anthony
Davis is very human.
Harden and Kyrie,
bro, but LeBron
he's
nice. He's the best player in the world. I love LeBron. Sometimes
they go to 6, not 7.
Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden play basketball on the same team. They all 3 of them wear black and white, and they play up there somewhere in New York.
Yep.
At the same time,
if LeBron gets them out of there in 6, he's just the best player to walk on 2 feet.
And
It's not happening. It's
I
physically
don't think so
impossible.
either.
You don't think they can win at all?
No, it's
I don't think
physically
they're gonna win.
impossible.
Oh,
Listen,
oh
you can count on one time. You can count on one hand with some fingers cut off. How many times in NBA history the better team did not win?
To be fair,
in the finals.
I mean, the Lakers are the better team.
I think the Lakers are the better team.
Yeah, I think the Lakers are the better team as a whole. I think.
No.
I don't think that's crazy to say. Look, but
no.
Oh, you want a sidebar? Sidebar. LeBron definitely just caught a one-hand lob, and they're up. They're up a lot right now in the third. They're scraping them, and LeBron just got above the rim one hand. Yam time.
What's the score?
It was 65-52. Now it's 65-56. So they're trying to close it.
Oh, they're down.
Well, a couple of seconds ago,
Go Suns.
A couple of seconds ago, they were just down, or a couple, like maybe a minute and a half ago.
It's gonna be tough for them. This series gonna be tough, man. And I told people, if I was the Lakers, I would have let the Warriors win, so they can go get bounced by what's the name, by
CP.
Phoenix, and
Yes.
CP, and go take out them frauds in Utah. If I was the Lakers, that's what I've been trying to do.
CP3's on a dedicated mission to get sent home by as many all-time greats as he possibly can. It's not
do
funny.
My man CP like that.
It's not
Don't do
funny,
my man CP like that.
Apparently, AD's shooting really bad.
What else is new?
So they're not even.
Apparently, CP3 is just playing like Kwame Brown.
If he have another bad game, I'm on his ass tomorrow.
Apparently, CP3 is not doing much of anything. Right.
Anthony Davis is shooting 50% from.
According to Skip Bayless, LeBron is out there dribbling between his legs back and forth like he's Kyrie. Kind of embarrassing at your age. That's what he said.
What does that even mean?
And then it's at your age, comma, king.
That sounds like some Twitter shit.
That's Skip Bayless's Twitter. Like his verified. That's that. So apparently LeBron's just doing LeBron things while AD's kind of just like, I've got LeBron, so I don't have to do too much. And we out there just getting a dub. CP3, you're just out of here again.
There's no.
Do you want to join? Do you want to join the Lakers now?
There's
because
no logic behind my take, but I just don't think. Man.
Okay, 4 hours ago, Randall was named the most improved player.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. As he
he got it.
Kawhi's 30 in the first half.
I got school tomorrow.
All right, so we gonna get out of here. That was a great episode. 3 hours. Hey, Liam, free Liam, by the way, you're gonna have to chop this up into a couple parts. We'd love to have you back sometime soon.